All right, so we're on farm at Picots farm with Helen Lewis, who is a cattle producer, and we've been on farm with Peter Lewis talking about social media and how to get our businesses out there and everything. It was a really good idea. Thank you so much for hosting it.
It's a pleasure. It's great fun. It's good.
Yeah, so
very good.
Where did that idea come from?
Well, Sarah Fee came up with, saw the ad that Peter was now doing some storytelling workshops, and so she chatted to me and I said, well, I've got a venue, so let's put it together. So we did it. It's good. Make it happen.
Yeah. And so have you known Peter from before?
Yes, I've known Peter quite a long time. I think first met Peter in 1998 back in down at Carcoar in New South Wales, near Orange, for a holistic management conference with Alan Savoury and Jodie Butterfield, and all the educators and people who were managing holistically. So it was a big gathering a long time ago. And then again, I met him. We were up at Kununurra when I was in Alice Springs, and I've been involved with the Rural Press Club, and just Pete and I have crossed paths on many occasions for various reasons. It's been good.
So for people that don't know Peter Lewis, he's actually worked with Landline and on the BBC and lots of
ABC, the ABC,
ABC,
yep.
Sorry, it's the English side of me.
The ABC, yeah.
And so, and that's because you have been in the farming side of things?
Agri-politics sector for some time. So I was involved with the Graziers Association years ago before it became AgForce. I was in Central Australia running company for primary producers. I've been policy advising for ministers in the government. I've been, various times, and then doing my own work in regards to as a holistic management educator, educating families for the last 17 years.
And you've got a new business now? Is it new?
Yeah, well, it's just sort of an, I guess it's a honing or a under the microscope. So in holistic management, the essence of it is a decision-making process, a values-based. So we understand what we're doing and why we're doing it, and then the how-to comes in the grazing. But if we really want to make good decisions that are good for the people in our lives that matter to us, good for our environment, and good for our prosperity, then we need to stop and have a think about what we want and why we want it, but also understanding how nature functions. So I guess we're trying to, the Decision Design Hub I've created is really packaging that up for people so that they can, every day, they can make better decisions towards what they want.
And where do people find that?
DecisionDesignHub.com.au.
Okay.
And I run some trainings, and there's online courses which are supported by me. So it's a nice hybrid. So the theory bit is self-directed, but then incorporated in the course is 2 hours of my time, one-on-one. So I really work with the individual to actually nut out their life context and nut out and show them the process, the decision tool that helps with that clarity in decision making.
And do your clients have to be farmers?
No, in actual fact, I'm spending a lot of time. A lot of the work I'm doing is for not farmers, but also non-farmers. So it's because it's decision making. We all make decisions. Everyone makes decisions. So it's actually universal, and it's really powerful for people who, particularly in urban people, who actually want to understand their footprint and their environmental impact. Then this process actually really helps them understand how nature, the connection with nature, how it functions, and their actual consumer choices. So consumers sort of think, oh, I'm not a farmer, I'm not connected to the land, but every day they buy 3 times a day, people are making a choice about the food they're eating. And that, by choosing the food that you buy, you're voting for the way in which that food's produced. And so it's our consumers, we are all consumers, and every day we choose to support a certain type of agriculture. And whether or not that's a regenerative practices on farms, which are rejuvenating their soil biology and intentionally improving that, or ones that are conventional, that we understand aren't actually intentionally enhancing their soil biology and enhancing how all that functions naturally. And then that impacts the quality of the food. And as Walter Yannay talks about, it's about nutrient integrity. So clean soil, clean grass, clean feed, clean meat, clean processes to actually of the actual animal is clean. That then leads to clean food for us, and that's actually our health. Yeah. And we need to treat food as our medicine.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, definitely. And so we have been sitting in this beautiful, what was the wool shed. Can you talk a bit about that then?
Yeah, sure. So this farm was founded, I guess, by Harry Picots and his wife, and he built a new number of buildings here. We have the shearing shed, we have the machinery shed, hay shed, and the dairy behind us. And I guess we called the farm Picots Farm because Harry Picots didn't have any kids, and so we wanted to ensure that his history was carried on, and that's why we wanted to I guess respect the origins of this area. And the wool shed was a project. It was a very basic shearing shed, and then we have managed to just renovate it, rejuvenate it, so that it's now a really great little training space.
All right, so let us finish with the way that you produce cattle.
Sure. So our history is holistic management and grazing, planned grazing, and so we have been actively, really, I guess we've been on the place for 10 years next year, so 9 years, but we have actively been my husband has been full-time here for 3 years. So although we've been moving animals around all that time, it's very different from when you are a weekend warrior to when you're actually on the farm full-time. And we've noticed a big difference in the last 3 years because of the management is every day rather than on the weekends. And I think that's making a big difference to our landscape. We've seen a lot of change, lots of succession, lots of different plants coming, lots more diversity and things like that happening. So that's great. And so we're on the move to something else. And and of course we're putting up with probably the less desirable species coming and going as well. But it's amazing how they're transitioning through the seasons with us. And we have Brangus animals. It's all clean and green. We do not provide. They have no chemicals whatsoever. We don't spray anything on the place. Our nutrient integrity is intact, and we also then process those animals and we sell grass-fed, chemical-free beef, and which we age for 20 days as part of the process. Okay. So that's really how we're managing. We've gone for a smaller animal, so our cows are only that sort of 350 to 450 kg. We're not going for the huge animals. We've got smaller bulls throwing smaller calves. We just don't want to have to maintain big cows. We are more of a breeding block than a fattening block, and we're focusing on that, and we're really focusing on supplying others who are that are value adding their products. So people who are doing box beef, we are selling our progeny, our weaners, in March, April, into the community supported agriculture model or the direct marketing products. People who are direct marketing. So, for example, we work with Echo Valley Farm, and we're supplying them with some of their product.
Okay. See, learn something new.
So collaboration is key.
Yes.
And I think, working with other farmers, sharing ideas, that's exciting and wonderful. It's not about competition, it's about collaborating.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you, Helen.
Thank you.
Thanks for this wonderful day, and you've got a beautiful property.
Thanks, Tamsin. Thanks for coming. It's been lovely. Good. Cheers.
Good stuff.